Oh my goodness. Hello there, everybody, and welcome to a fine Saturday evening, or whatever it happens to be your time zone. I'm sectoral leader Cody, and I'm Cody. Hello, everybody. Welcome on in. Oh, congrats on getting first Omega. Congrats on getting second Aqua. Also, Aqua with the 133 streak, the attendance rate of 99.3%. Omega with the 134 sessions and 100% for an attendance rate. Jake, congrats on getting third with that 81 sessions. Heck yes. Cave sounds. Here, let me press that. Let me double press that. That might fix it. For some stupid reason, VoiceMeter keeps randomly thinking that I'm hitting the keys for the echo, and I don't know why the hell it keeps doing that, but it's really annoying. Let me see here. Yeah, Control and F5. I don't press Control F5, I just press F5, so why does it keep thinking that I'm pressing that key combination? There we go, tush. Alright, Sectoral Captain. Alright. Is Hellhound still in there? Is the Hellhound still in there? Because I do have a expiry time in which the NPCs leave. So I've been working pretty hard over these past 2 days over overhauling the battle system, making it a little more useful. I wasn't able to make the arguments thing more user friendly, unfortunately, not yet. I might add a new element just called non-element, and I'll just have it default if people don't specify an element or something like that, but, I'm resistant to fire. Even that precious 20 got cancelled out by your 3. Oh my goodness. Okay, so there were mysterious noises as soon as the stream started, and I don't know, maybe it is the Fireball activity feed making that noise, but it's like whatever that noise is driving me nuts. No, see, tag notification sound is off. And there's nothing else that should be... let me see here. No. It's a spooky little like little ping noise. What is that? It almost sounds like it's like a Twitch sound effect. So honestly, Twitch, was that you? Don't know where it came from. Also, it did not light up in OBS, so apparently it's something that only I could hear. So yeah, who the heck knows what the heck was what was going on? But yeah, welcome on in, everybody. Also, big welcome to any lurkers who have arrived. We're going to be doing a bit of weather talk because normally I don't do this on the weekend, but there's just so much going on. I feel obligated to talk about it. It's like Rama is like, I don't know, wants me to talk about the thunderstorms, and I'd rather not deal with Judgment Bolt. So yeah, let's just talk about those. Also, so when there is a NPC in here, we can go attack. You can specify an element. There's a lot of supported elements. I have the command guide will tell you all the valid ones. I think the Firebot command page or whatever also has it. But yeah, you can cycle through different elements, find out which what element they're weak to, if they're even weak to an element. I can actually just leave the weakness thing blank if I don't want them to have a weakness. So we saw earlier an attack with the fire element did nothing to the Hellhound, so it might be immune to fire. But what if we go attack water? I don't even know how to spell water. Attack water. Oh, it despawned. Wait. There's supposed to be a message when it despawns, right? Huh? Oh, let me check the variables. Blank, max HP, black. What is this? Not even despawning properly. I was hastily working on this, so it could be bugged. Okay, so that is supposed to be event. That is supposed to be NPC expiry. And that message didn't even send, so I don't know what's happening there. Gold Tiger, welcome on in. I hope you're having a fantastic time. So, here, let me do this. It's going to say blank because the NPC name's already been cleared. Why? Where did the blank stats come from? Like, what's going on there? Man, Montana's a mess. All right, let's finally play some Final Fantasy 14. About freaking time. Sorry. Maybe this is why I don't like using Edge. It just tried to pin freaking Yahoo to my taskbar. Get the hell out of here with that. Why the heck? Why would I want that horrendous domain on my taskbar? No, thanks. I guess that's why I don't use Edge, because it tries to pin random crap to your taskbar. I don't know. Bad Burb Senior is now rolling to 13. That's interesting.
Hello.
Why is the sectoral captain's HP getting reset to 10? His max HP is 15. Green screen, welcome on in. I hope you're having a fantastic time. So let me do the wave. There we go. Had to get some food before coming in. Glad you got some food. I can chill and all that good stuff. Welcome on in. We're gonna finally get some Final Fantasy 14 started. Let me move this over here and hope that Windows 10 stops trying to grab every single window that I move onto my other monitor. Did 8 hours of demo work. I'm relaxed now. Heck yes. Oh, there we go. There we go. Corey's here as well. Welcome on in. Good to see all of you. We are just about to finally get into the action part. That is Final Fantasy 14. It only took almost 3 hours. So you're left with through an attack. Wait, what? That must have rolled at the same time. That had to have rolled at the same time. Because what happens when the timer variable happens is the name gets switched to N/A to indicate that there is no active. So that was a hit and run.
Delicious.
Oh my goodness. Thanks for the stackies, Corey. Welcome on in. Good to see you.
Stretch those shoulders.
Also, Twitch, I have now muted the Twitch activity feed noise, and it's still bothering me.
Water!
Twitch, where is this coming from? It is driving me nuts. I have muted the activity feed. I have shut off all the filters, and I am still hearing that. You know what? Is it coming from the other It's coming from the other activity feed. It's coming from this one. There. Thanks for the full care package. Also, there's your first check-in. Heck yes. I've got a pretty comprehensive check-in system in here, actually. When you're chatting, you also get silently checked in, because if you're anything like me, I completely forget to do a check-in redeem sometimes when I'm like chilling in a place and like chatting and all that. Unfortunately, I don't have a way to do way to do this with lurk-in, but the check-in lurk thing serves as a lurker-friendly if it's the only action that you've done so far. When you autism hyperfixation, comfort foods are grapes, crackers, ham, cheese, and pickle. Heck yes. That sounds like a great thing to be hyperfixated on. I've got trail mix, as usual. I'm thinking of making my check-ins anon too. But yeah, I figured it would be a nice thing to do. Hemlock! Hello, and have a lovely night. Or night tush, I guess. Oh, we got ads about to roll. So, I'll get Final Fantasy XIV started up. Apparently, we got a stone minion as well that we can attack if we want to. We got infinite MP because of a bug anyways, so. Go ham. I do plan on adding more, Oh, you gotta specify who to attack. Because you can actually attack other people too. Like that, yes. A 9 and 14 deal in 2 water damage. Hell, there we go. Hey, we got some success going on right now. There we go. Also, everybody's actually being properly written to the variable database now. So I'm glad that's working.
Mega eruption, cold, snap, sandstorm, stone, topple.
Well, that wasn't a huge combo, but that was a combo of 4. that one's quite a bit of fun. That one has a ridiculous chain amount. Oh, hold on, Udon. I think that was because of the weird blank line bug that we had earlier. So what I've got to do here is I've got to reset that and that. And it should work properly now. How's the tush? Hey, don't ask Krista that question. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the random combo generator is quite a bit of fun. It's especially ridiculous when I think the highest combo you can get is 48. However, this one has what's it called? What's it called? Linear RNG? No, not linear. Whatever. Median RNG? I don't know. Like, the median is like 5 or 6. That's the most common one, and the probability goes down from that point. Whether it's less or more. It's something like that. But yeah, I got that fixed. Now that everything is writing properly here. Oh, hold on. Let me press the save button so that the load variables work correctly too. Oh, shoot. Hold on. This is supposed to be a 0. Stone Minion is KO'd. I was wondering why I saw 1 by your name. Did I miss that? Yep, the Stone Minion got destroyed. I think the Stone Minion has a max HP of 5. That is one of the easier ones to knock over, which is so it's great when the Stone Minion appears. We got the Krista invasion. We do have some exclamation mark throws. It is a sub perk for that one. However, the ones in the channel point redeems, those ones don't have that restriction. long as you have enough silver pieces. Yes. I really want to see what max combo sounds like. It's up to RNG, though. It's up to RNG. Welcome back from the ads, everybody. We were just doing some chatting and chilling. And I'm enjoying the fact that the user variables thing is properly saving now. Very nice. Now we just gotta fix that strange reset issue that's causing people to have infinite HP and MP. Because it keeps topping up every time somebody does something. Let me see here. Wait a minute. Huh? Wait. What? What? Why do some people have 9 HP? Wait, is the HP actually working correctly now? Or Stone Minion, give it a rest. Yeah, that spawn rate is a little ridiculous. Maybe I'll set it to like 20% or something like that. Anyway, we're going to get Final Fantasy XIV booted up, and I'm going to officially change the topic over to Final Fantasy XIV. My goodness, future me is going to be like cutting out like 50% of the stream. Because weather segments, I don't publish those to YouTube. But the gaming part, yes, I do that. Completely different category. Very nice. Very nice. Forms difficulty. Da, 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 da. Oh yeah, the Make It Rain campaign. I almost forgot about the Make It Rain campaign. That's a gold saucer event. Essentially, your gold saucer points are increased by 50% on pretty much everything, except for the jumbo cactpot. If you somehow actually win on that, I have gotten second prize twice. That's about all the luck I'm going to have for that. Gotta change data centers because I was on a different data center just a little bit ago. There we go, another 2 water damage. So yeah, the Stone Minion is easier to defeat, so if RNG rolls that, then you're in luck. Crystal looks so freaking adorable. Alright, Chris is on the same world, so when I'm selecting my character, we've got a Kalista there too. I can just hover my mouse over and see how adorable she looks. Kalista is our secondary character. Just a bit of background on that. Pretty cute. She doesn't, we don't have any Kalista streams during off-season. When we're on-season, we do get Kalista streams sometimes. We also get FaceTuber Fridays during on-season. I actually have my green screen down at the moment. Oh boy, I heard a Red Tail Hawk stock sound effect. Red Tail stock, there we go. That's what I should call it. Oh my goodness. Oh, there we go. Jay got the KO this time, so now we should have 1 KO on the data thing, which I closed. Hold on. Yep. There we go. You know what would be interesting? If I added RNG to how much HP... How much HP the characters have. Oh, I forgot to change this to summer mode. This is spring mode right now. I got all my spring stuff up. I should have my summer stuff up. Especially since there is a limit of 40 now. They have doubled the outside furnishing limits. Mind you, I bet you when you play this on the Switch, yeah. When you play this on the Switch 2, sorry, the Switch 2, this game couldn't even hope to run on the first Switch. And get ripped off by 2 different subscriptions because you need 2 different subscriptions to play it on the Switch 2. But that's besides the point. There'll probably be a limit of how many things can be rendered at the same time. And it probably won't look as... actually, no, I take that back. The Switch 2 does have pretty good capability for high definition display and all that stuff. It actually has pretty decent specs too. But it's bloody expensive to get. Bad burb. It's bad burb. I'm going to adjust that probability just a little. I'm going to bring it down to like 20%. It is at 20%. What? Why is it happening so often? Wait. Is greater than 20? Excuse me? It had an 80% chance of spawning because I used the incorrect operator. Okay. Okay, now it's actually 30%. Fuck it, welcome on in. The only game that I know how to play is with a Switch is called Run from the Guy with the Switch because they're trying to hit you with it. Unless you mean a Nintendo Switch, in which case there are probably a lot of games I don't have. True enough. True enough. Do I have Final Fantasy 14 actually on... Okay, hold on. And then I've got to fix this because that happens every time. I still haven't implemented an automated fix that or something that shut off the Final Fantasy 14 source when I'm done streaming it. Okay, so we go New Game Plus as long as my inventory is not full of whatever. It's got a random Ifrit card. I think that was when we were, when I was helping with, Ifrit. Yeah. New Game Plus. A lot went down on Stormblood last time. That is one of the stupidest restrictions. If I'm in a residential area, I can't start New Game Plus. That is so dumb. Why are there so many unnecessary restrictions on New Game Plus? Oh, I've got to check the Mog mail anyways. I've got a new Moggy message. Ah, these are both just as far away. I should probably know better than... So you guys might be wondering what the heck that emote is that I just got. It's amazing. That's what it is. Hold on, I gotta do this a little better. Okay. It's amazing. That's what it is. Oh, wow. I didn't want to put that in the. I didn't want to spam that in the log, but I. I'm confused. You play it as a tall person. You could be a bunny person, or. But you choose tall. The sectoral leader's tall. Although technically the race, the Vera, they're actually pretty tall too. But the sectoral leader does not have a rabbit qualities. So it wouldn't make sense for me to... Then there's Krista, who is tall, but for some reason she chose Makito, which is not very... that species is not tall. Whee! Okay. If you ever need to get to the ground in a hurry, just use any sort of dash move, and you can get yourself teleported to the ground. Okay, so I moved here originally because apparently I can't resume a suspended chapter from my house, which is really dumb. Where are we going? Bad Burb rolls a 5 and misses. Try target and bucket. It took a lot of work to get the battle system to support NPCs. NPCs launching an attack through the battle system. Because it was originally designed to only support users targeting users. Under the moonlight, which means I gotta go over here. Whee! Alright, let's burb up. Let's get going. How much voice acting am I gonna have to do? How much am I going to remember? I should swat the mosquito breach. Hey, does that miss action? Is that miss action using dollar username? It should be using user display name. If we get to a voice cutscene, I'm gonna see about fixing that. Just looks nicer when the when it uses user display name. Oh, I could have just teleported right here. What's up, LSA? I think it's time we were going, don't you? We've done all we can here, and we have a lot to report. Before we head back to the Rising Stones, Let's call in Relegator's Reach. We should be the ones to tell Lise about Xenos. After everything we went through together, we owe her that. Ah yes, that news in which my reaction was, how unfortunate. Wait, don't I have to travel really far for... Sea of Stars. Don't worry about it. Yeah, see, there we go. Bad Burb left. Bad Burb didn't, like, leave with an attack this time. Which kind of reminds me of what Metalface does when leaving the Guar Plains Super Smash Bros. Stage. Sometimes. Has a chance to. Something like... hold on. Where's my sound elements folder? Something like this, yeah.
Die!
Except a little louder. There we go. It's 50% now. 50% is what I originally set it to. Cody, Hallisey, you're back. No Alphanid? It's good to see you, Lise. As for my headstrong brother, he's off on what will almost certainly turn out to be a once-in-a-lifetime trip to Garlicland. It's a long story, but we have evidence that Xenos might still be alive. What? But that's... This is a joke. This had better be a joke. I wish it was a joke. A dirty potato. Every time you get the chat in motion, I gotta say that. Look, I know what I saw, alright? We all saw it. And you're telling me he's alive and well and living the high life back in Garlemald. It didn't look well. I know how ludicrous this sounds. I'm still having difficulty believing it myself. But while I might doubt the word of an Imperial envoy, I'm inclined to trust Cody's. He saw the Crown Prince through the Echo, in a meeting that could have only taken place in the recent past. It was him, Xenos, unfortunately. No. It must have been, I don't know, some kind of really convincing imposter. Xenos is dead. He had a big hole in his neck. We buried him. Aye. And someone went through the trouble of desecrating the bastard's grave, remember? Those gilded halls. Whatever are you talking about? Tancred, what brings you to the Reach? Alfred had me lending a hand at the sultry, keeping an eye on the rebuilding work and so on. Just until operations were up and running. And now that they are, I thought I might look on you before wending my weary way back to headquarters. Forgive me if I misheard, but is there some suggestion the late Crown Prince could have gotten better? If so, might I suggest a quick look inside his coffin as our first order of business. As much as I hated the man, it doesn't feel right to file in his grave. But if it will put this rumor to rest, I suppose we have to. And when there are no curious eyes about it, if we can manage it. Xenos is buried up in blood out in the locks. His grave was set apart from the others and left unmarked, so as not to upset the locals. And it shouldn't be too hard to find, Nango. Find. Nango, you're in charge until I get back. Mango's in charge. We're teleporting. We go. We move. We transport. We chocobo. Me and my maxed out chocobo. Wait. Yeah. 10-star chocobo. The god of the chocobo-ness. What am I even talking about? Oh my goodness. Ah, secret tunnel? Underwater tunnel. Hello. This is it. Odds he'd better be in there. Someone scrolled all over the stone a while ago, but I had it scrubbed off and thought no more about it. So no one thought to check if the coffin was still occupied. Well then, we're presented with but one course of action. And we had best to be sure we are not observed in the doing of it. Shall we begin? Checks grave, finds dungeon inside. Well, this is not what I was expecting.
Oh dear. We seem to be missing a corpse.
I call bullshit on this weather change. It was perfectly sunny just a little bit ago.
I only hope it isn't walking around.
Maybe he's walking around as a zombie. He's around somewhere. You see? If there's no corpse, then are we to conclude the rumors are true? Not necessarily. We might be dealing with a doppelganger of some kind. An agent could have been sent to dispose of the body and bid to lend credence to the tale of Xeno's resurrection. More and more, however, I find myself siding with Alfred's theory of an Asian possession. Speaking from experience, I can tell you they have no qualms about taking a living host, let alone a dead one. So you're saying an Asian is walking around in Xenos' body? It seems a distinct possibility. Once I put this grave back the way we found it, we should pay a visit to the people responsible for interring the Crown Prince. Before leaping to any conclusions, I want to know for sure if the body was ever buried here, and how certain we are that Xenos was properly dead. If he wasn't, that was some trick. He as good as cut his own head off. Anyway, Robin needs to hear about this. If you find anything out, send word to me at Ralliger's Reach. I don't know why I'm surprised. With matters settling down in Doma, we were due another crisis. Shall we make for the Rising Stones, then? It's past time we shared these developments with the others. Yes. Did that meteor not work? No, my hitbox is incorrect. That's what happened. See? Now it's correct. Plot warp. While I was waiting for you to arrive, I spoke with Urianji over Link Pearl and gave him a full report. Y'shtola is on her way, and should be here any... That's right, Y'shtola actually exists in Post-Stormblood, unlike main Stormblood. Alice, Cody, it's good to see you safe and well. What news have you from the east? Disturbing developments indeed. Given all that we know, I would too conclude that an Ascian now inhabits a Xenos body. A doppelganger might fool the Crown Prince's subordinates, but Cody? Nay. Alphanet has the right of it. Would that his wisdom extend to the question of his own safety? Capable though as he's become, he ventures alone into enemy's stronghold. Enemy's stronghold. And the shadowy web of the Paragons, like as not. When it comes to making rash decisions, I'm hardly in a position to criticize, but I'm worried. I just wish there was something I could do for him besides pray. My mouse... Oh, my mouse has a hair in it. No wonder why it's being a little jittery and unusual. Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace. We cannot suffer icons to exist. Was I not clear on this point? More than clear. The icon in question was summarily dispatched by the Warrior of Light. The summoner is dead, and the rite beyond repeating. Everything proceeded according to plan. Even party behaving exactly as required. Every party. My methods may seem extreme, but there is no cause for concern. I work only to ensure the salvation of this star. Experiments. What are you doing fiddling with that thing? I asked you a question, soldier. What are you? Have you lost your mind? Ah! I've lost many things, but my mind is yet my own. Upon the stage I stood, prepared to take my final blow, only to find that the finale was but an intermission. I will use this chance shall I use this chance to repent for my sins, embrace goodness and mediocrity? Nay, I think not. Well, the one I yearn to face yet lives. The hunt must go on. Okay. Okay. There we go. That was a whole bunch of... that was a bit of... Meanwhile. Meanwhile what? Alright. It's been an eventful few days, hasn't it? But I suppose all we could do now is wait for word from Alphanid. I don't recall the last time I had nothing pressing to be getting on with. Should probably make the most of it. Shall I put on some tea? Tea would be lovely. You may regale with me the tale of your adventures in the Far East, and of your encounter with this new primal especially. I'll put the kettle on. That table looks free if you'd like to take a seat. Quest! Have a seat. Oh boy, several cutscenes. Are we ready? Yes. Yes, we will sit at the table. Yes, I do dare. Interesting. So this Tsukiyomi was summoned in much of a manner as Susanoo via the medium of a sacred relic. That's right. They believe their gods, or kami, reside in physical objects. Given the danger they represent, it may behoove us to begin a catalogue of such relics. But if we are to contain the threat, we will require a better understanding of the summoning method itself. I believe I shall pay a visit to Doma, and learn what I can on the subject. A fine idea, and I know for a fact that our friends in Doma would be grateful for any information that could prevent further summoning in the region. I'll pen you a letter of introduction. Lord Hain will wish to welcome our resident expert in etherology. Greetings. Could it be that I'm in time for tea? It certainly looks that way. Come on, sit down and tell us about how your investigations went. Undercover. Did I? I didn't stretch. I need to stretch. I saw that in the redeem. And the hydrate, I should have actually said that I did that. Cranberry grape juice. Oh. 4 pops so far. Yep, 4 pops. Oh my goodness. After you left, I went about questioning Bloodhound's gravekeepers. They all told me the same story. Once Lisa and her officers had confirmed Zeno's dead, his corpse was interred under strict supervision. There seems to be little reason to doubt the testimony on that point. But when I mentioned the defacement of Zenos' grave, accounts grew rather more vague. None reported having seen any suspicious person in the vicinity, and all assumed to act would have been perpetrated by a vengeful Alamegan. Crucially, however, I was able to confirm that when the offendant's scroll was removed as per Lee's instruction, no one involved thought to check the contents of the coffin. By that stage, 'tis like that the corpse was already missing. Assuming Zenos has not, in fact, risen from the dead, we are left with two possibilities. Either that the body was disposed of to lend credit to the claims of an extremely committed imposter, or an Ascian has taken up residence within it. If Ascian was as fervent a devotee as you believe, he would not have been fooled by an impersonation, however committed. We must assume that we are dealing with an Ascian, and proceed accordingly. Agreed. The question is, how many more such monsters are waiting for Alphanerd in Garlic Land? Their presence was his chief reason for going. He understood the risks. I only hope he did not underestimate the extent of the infestation. I have to look at the ceiling once in a while, too. Meanwhile, on the Imperial Hypersonic Assault Craft. Master Alphanid, we are making good speed towards our destination. Is Artemis? Nay, it's just... I could see naught from my cabin, and I was curious to know the land over which we flew. Now I'm afraid our military craft are built with little thought for such niceties. I am happy to indulge your curiosity, however. We are presently passing over the burn over the western edge of Ophir, and even with the benefit of a portal, your gaze would have been greeted with naught but malms upon malms of lifeless earth. And I've read something of the burn. It was described as a desolate wasteland, bled dry of every last drop of ether. Aye. It is believed a succession of icon summonings was responsible. When Emperor Solus first came to Ophir and beheld this blight, he is said to have reeled at the scale of the devastation. Such devastation. Anyways, he declared the icons a threat to our very star's existence and issued an empire-wide decree ordering the eradication of all such entities. Report. We're under attack, sir. Major Tech armor. No visible designation. Major Tech? Who? Yeah. All cannons return fire. Damage report. The main reactor's been hit. Helm unresponsive. We're going down, sir. They knew exactly where to hit us. All hands, brace for impact. Glad to have you back, Master Alphanid. We've landed in one piece, more or less. But air filtration system is damaged, and the ship is filled with smoke. We must gather the survivors and get out while we still can. Aye. Dangerous indeed. Those again. Search for survivors. It's role-playing time. Thanks. I don't think I would have made it. You very likely saved his life. The question of who would try to take... Oh. Prince? Not come to parley up here. Ready your weapons. Wait, oh. Good then. Oh, why is there no voice in here? Found it. Not here. Not like this. What? Who in the Emperor's name? Enemies of our enemies. Introductions can wait. You're calm in a crisis, Master Alphanid. Let's finish this then. Hello, hostile stranger. Water? Please, welcome on in. I will get on that water. Just gotta take out some hostiles. Oh, these are friendly AoEs. Okay. Wait. What? That's the Easter egg stretch. Oh my goodness, it has been over a year since I've last heard that. It has such a low chance of rolling. Oh my goodness. Welcome on in, Reese. Also, wipe the RNG to trigger the Easter egg. Oh my goodness. I will get the stretch and I will get the hydrate. Just gotta finish this duty first. There we go. Okay. Oh. Oh, that was already a bone pop. Oh, that was a second bone pop. Whew. Very nice. And let's get that hydrate going too. Thank you very much for the care package. I hope you are having a lovely time zone. Welcome on in. We're just doing some Final Fantasy XIV. We're partway through Post-Stormblood right now. My thanks. Your intervention proved most timely. Well. I did not think to meet a Neorzian in this place, let alone a Scion. You know me, sir. I have some small history with your order. But I would speak of the present. Know you your assailants, and the severity of your predicament. The soldiers bore the insignia of the Emperor's personal guard. And I could venture a guess as to their motive, but could you have us at a disadvantage? But you yet have us at a disadvantage, sir. Will you not tell us who you are? Our names are not yours for the asking. And as for our purpose, let this be your answer. An Asian mask. The face of our prey. Well, that does make things very interesting. Somebody else after the Asians. We must away before more arrive. Come with us or stay, but make your choice now. Even should we manage a long trek out of the burn and secure passage of the capital, we would no doubt be greeted by the Emperor's guard. Indeed. We accept your gracious offer. Shadowhunter will suffice for the present. Come. Just the height difference. When you're like a somewhat short character next to a really tall character, you have to go like, or the tall character's like, oh, crane the neck to see. Is this what it's like to talk to the sectoral leader? Because the sectoral leader's really tall. It's like, I'm somewhat tall, yes. But when you're looking up like at the sectoral leader, it's like, woo! Ugh, this is intolerable. But as much as I wish it were otherwise, there's nothing we could do for Alpha but pray for his success. Well, that's not entirely true. While your brother journeys to Garlic Land from the east, I would make my way there from Alamigo and find out what is to be learned of the Empire's western provinces. Wow, I said that very interestingly. Hey, look, a Bad Burb Senior. I believe a Bad Burb Senior has a pretty decent HP pool, so it would take a bit of effort, but it is possible. Especially with the infinite HP MP thing. I don't know. I just keep mentioning it over and over because it's like, I need to fix this. That bug is really annoying. Oh my goodness. Then I'm coming with you. I can't very well sit here sipping tea if there's action to be taken. Forgive me, Alice, but the provinces are hostile territory, and stealth is all important. It is safer that I go alone. I can sneak well enough when a situation demands it. Don't patronize me. We should leave this to Thancred. He does a lot of stealth stuff. Not you too. I understand your frustration, Alice, but Cody has the right of it. We must defer to Thancred's expertise in this matter. Fine. Just promise you'll be careful. Thancred's extra careful. Sealing camera. Look at these deluxe wood panels. It seems that praying is to be the extent of my contribution after all. I will stay behind, as I have been bid. We all have our talents. Mine just happened to involve a silver tongue and soft souls. I promise to send word the moment I learn aught of consequence. See that you notify me too. I mean to depart for Doma as soon as I find a suitable East-Aldern vessel to bear me thither. But I shall return if I am needed. Be sure to drop in whenever you're next in the area, Cody. With my luck, I'll have a painfully detailed report for Alpha to share. Also, I need to remember to change to Summoner. We have learned Ponder. There we go. Oh. We completed part 3. Now we gotta do part 4. But before we do part 4, I am going to, I'm gonna go for a BRB. I'm gonna do a food check. See if we got some, food on the ready. I'm just gonna chill next to Tataru, who is definitely not plotted anything. Look. She's not plotting anything at all. Nope. Nope, definitely not. Okay. I'm gonna go on a BRB. I will be back shortly. We'll be back with more Final Fantasy XIV. Until then, enjoy the... don't worry, this isn't going to be the BRB screen. I'll bring us to the actual BRB screen. You don't have to worry about Tataru staring into your soul. Oh, right on time for the ads, too. So there will be ads rolling during this. When the ads do start to roll, you will see the little weather report when it begins. That's coming from my weather station's instruments, which are not necessarily where I am. We're a bit of a distance from one another. It's a remote site, but it's probably pretty nice over there. Like, last I checked, it was pretty nice. Anyway, we'll BRB. Back shortly. Great time for, like, get some water, get some stretches, all that good stuff. All the good self-care stuff. Alright, we'll see you in a bit, everybody. Can we get a realistic MMO anime where the hero just stands in one spot spamming 3 abilities till the enemy's down? Oh my god. By the way, we are back, and that's right. Tataru's still staring at us. And we're just gonna look away now. Also, we're gonna get out of first person. Because yes, you can play this game in first person if you want to. That'd be a different style. Not sure if I can commit to that. Oh yeah, we gotta start part 4. That's right, there's still part 5 and a part 6. Oh wait, what am I talking about? Part 4 is the last part. The shadows, the shadow of a mystery deepens. As the man who wears Xenos' face continues to move unchecked, sowing the seeds of strife from the heart of the Empire. All indications point to Asian machination, and the arrival of the messenger at the Rising Stones sets of the scions of the Seventh Dawn upon a path rife with peril towards an unknown destination. Wow! Alright. It begins. Hello, LSA. Hey! They literally just left us with Tataru staring at us until I started the part 4. Then Tataru was where is Tataru? Where'd she go? She knows where we live. Oh, Cody, if you come here hoping for news, I'm afraid there isn't any. Everything is exactly as it was. Yashtola is still investigating the primals from the Far East. Bankard's still gathering intelligence from the Imperial provinces. And Alphanet is still Out there somewhere. There's been no word since his first scheduled report, nor does he respond to calls. And all the while, I'm just meant to sit around here waiting. It's driving me mad. Begging your pardons, I bear a message from the Orsian Alliance. Thank the gods for that. We have a visitor. Alice's thoughts were bothering her a little too much. Oh. Cranberry grape juice. I was tabbed out and got so confused because those birds do not sound like chocobos. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Sorry, apparently I brought back Bad Burb Senior here. Hey, look at that. Now the spawn isn't happening every, like 5 minutes. This is a little more manageable. Gives us a bit of a break before they appear. The CC is talking about AI uprising, apparently. Welcome to the Rising Stones. If you have a message, I should be most eager to hear it. My lady, the Alliance leadership will soon convene to discuss the matter of Asian interference, and they humbly request the presence of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Having assessed intelligence provided by the Alamiga Resistance concerning the whereabouts of Xenos' remains, they too suspect Asian involvement and wish to deliberate a suitable course of action. As the foremost authorities on your foes, your Orders Council would be most welcome. Of course. We should be glad to assist in whatever way we can. With almost everyone else afield, I'd say this one falls to us. By which I mean I'm not going on my own. You'll come with me, I trust. Of course I will. We can't leave Alice say what their thoughts. Her thoughts are clearly bothering her. Also, this lighting, I have a problem with this lighting. There you have it. We accept the invitation. Thank you. The time and date of the meeting will be shared in due course, but I can confirm the council will take place in Alamigo. By your leave. Sorry, I made that sound a little aggressive. By your leave. By your leave. Oh, hold on. There we go. I somehow doubt we'll have anything useful to offer, but standing mutely at a meeting would still be better than the nothing I've been doing as of late. Let's make ready to depart, shall we? Let's introduce you to variables. That's how it. Fancred, what's going on, man? All right, just be careful on the road back. You hear? Yeah, you're right, Rayo. Is Fancred coming back? Aye, that he is. Said he's acquired some important intelligence. Being in Garlean territory, though, he wouldn't risk sharing the particulars in case the Imperials were listening in. So he said he'd head back as quick as he could. And to make sure someone was waiting for him in the Alamegan quarter. Understood. Cody and I will go. We're bound for Alamigo anyway, and there's sure to be some time before the council begins. Come on, let's be off.
Stretch those shoulders.
Shoulder, that's far away. Sorry, quarter. Taylor! Welcome on in. The stretches. Bad burb, senior. Seriously, you are a bad burb. There. Oh my goodness. Welcome on in. Oh. Well, there was a couple of bone pops that time. Oh my goodness. Bet you could use after 4 hours. Yeah, fair enough. I'm glad everybody's been keeping up with telling me to stretch and all that stuff. I did acquire some food just a little bit ago too, so I got my fair share of food. Homemade pizza. Whee! Made some soup? Heck, yes. Banker's got intelligence. Will it be the kind of intelligence that... Oh, wait. Hold on. Will it be the kind of intelligence that blows me away? I freaking love this about... Pyron's like, what the hell are you doing? Pyron Silter's like, what the heck are you doing? You two are a sight for sore eyes. Now all I need is water for my parched throat. Fetch me a cup, will you? Racing through the Imperial territory is thirsty work.
God, I needed that.
Finally, voice-acted cutscene.
I won't bother telling you to catch your breath. Whatever brought you galloping back to us, I assume it's urgent.
Quite. Without further ado, then. After the successful uprisings in Doma and Alamigo, rebels in several other provinces were inspired to follow suit. Unfortunately, they did not fare quite so well. The Dalmascans paid the heaviest price. For their defiance, the Emperor made a show of razing their capital to the ground. prompting many of their neighbors to abandon thoughts of resistance. But not all have given up on liberty. Heartened by the news of Doma's prisoner exchange, some still believe that the Empire may one day be amenable to negotiation. We have the shinobi to thank for spreading the good word. They have worked tirelessly to keep the subjugated informed, and a little knowledge can go a long way.
That is good news indeed.
There is at least a spark of hope, then.
A spark in want of kindling, yes. The Alliance has already begun supplying materiel to resistance movements abroad, many of whom would otherwise struggle to continue the fight. The support effort has been led by the Sultana and the Elder Seedseer, who have both seen enough Alamegan refugees to know the consequences of oppression. And for their troubles, they have quickly earned a reputation as folk heroes in certain corners of the Empire. That is all for the provinces.
Bad burp is gone.
Motherland itself.
Bad burp is left.
Our friends the Populares have suffered something of a setback, I regret to say. Talk is rife that Doma has summoned a primal, and the Empire's more liberal voices are being drowned out in the fearful clamor for retribution.
And who do they think orchestrated this summoning?
Oh, any but those truly responsible. Xenos has seen to that. Speaking of whom, the Crown Prince is recovering remarkably well. Well enough, in fact, to enable him to personally tour the provinces, putting the fear of the Emperor into the hearts of any would-be dissidents.
He walks in plain sight, and none suspect him.
Yes,
And
Ian.
as we feared.
Yes. An Ascian wears his skin.
Skinwalker. Ugh.
But it was not that which brought me here in such haste. During my time in the provinces, I learned many things. Yet at no point did I hear any report of a Doman emissary in the capital.
But Alphonse should have arrived by now. Could they be holding in there in secret?
The possibility did cross my mind, but I have reason to believe he never reached his destination. As you know, Scions assigned to covert operations, such as Riol and myself, are issued special link pearls for communication in the event of an emergency. I mention this because it was originally Alphino's task to coordinate the response at headquarters, meaning he has one. And whose voice should I hear when mine recently crackled to life?
Oh.
You spoke with Alphino?
A 5-stream streak? Heck yes.
Spoke with? No.
Or 5
But
steaks.
heard his voice, and none too clearly at that. 2 words were all I could make out.
Which steaks were that easy to find IRL? Yep. Or acquire, I should
Waste them on
say.
the edge of Uthard. Something must have happened to them there.
Heck yes. 5 steaks.
There's no time to waste. We must make for the burn at once.
Now the streak message changes if Krista's active.
I had a feeling you might say that.
And? I can't very well sit around here drinking tea if Alphino's in trouble. You said yourself that this link pill was only to be used in emergencies. So I'm going, and that's the end of it.
Yes.
Oh, far be it from me to change your minds.
Does this mean we are dungeon bound? Maybe. Loath as I am to neglect making preparations for the council, we must act swiftly before Alphanet's trail goes cold. I propose we pay Hain a visit. He's sure to want to hear of these developments, and he may well be able to advise us on how best to reach the burn. A sound plan. And Y'shtola is in Doma, is she not? Now they say she'd join you in the search if you ask her nicely. Well, you see to all that, I shall go report my findings to the Alliance. You may leave any preparations for the Council to me. Oh, there we go. Got that taken care of. Thank you, Thancred. Right, to Doma then. We have much and more to share with Y'shtola. By the way, it wasn't this last major... I think it was a major update before, but... Chocobo reacts to pets now. You can pet the Chocobo and get a response. Now I have to travel way over here again. Go from one side of the Stormblood map to the other side of the Stormblood map to the other side again. Okay. Sniff, sniff. Sniff, sniff. Is this the fate that can spawn the world fate? Oh, it's gone. Never mind. I don't remember. I don't even know if that is the one. There's a world boss that can spawn here that operates off of a fate chain. I've already done the world boss a lot, so don't think I need to do it again. I already have a lot of stuffed boxes. Actually, this ear headband that I have on my head here, that's one of the things you get from the world boss that I was just talking about. Well, I mean, you get the currency used to exchange for it. Once you're in Post-Stormblood, you're able to take advantage of that. Oh, they don't by default come in this color. I dyed them that color. Y'shtola. That is curious indeed. What other matters demand my attention at present? I shall bear what you have told me in mind. Should you notice any change, do not hesitate to seek me out. Thank you, my lady. You are most kind. Well, well. Two faces from the dim and distant past. Come now, it hasn't been that long. Who was it with whom you were speaking with? A local miner who supplies crystals for the rebuilding effort. Of late, he claims to have struggled to find a crystal with so much of a trace of elemental energy. Upon learning that I had some knowledge of ether, he came seeking my counsel. Just now, he brought me one of his recent finds. It was precisely as he described, devoid of elemental energy, and eerily reminiscent of the de-aspected crystals that manifested in in the days prior to the calamity. It would be wise to investigate this phenomena more closely. Indeed, but on a more positive note, the locals seem to have taken a liking to you. More an interest in than a liking to, I think. The sight of a Kido with a peculiar contraption upon their head has a certain novelty value in these parts. Any actual regard they have for me, I owe wholly to you and the others who came before. Everyone here has been exceedingly cooperative, and I am pleased to report that I have all but concluded my investigation. Simply put, by focusing one's will upon an either-fused object of worship, it is possible to conduct a summoning. So, the fact that the objects of worship is the key, they are themselves suffused with the requisite belief. The relics believe. The sentient relics. Correct. Such sacred relics as the Kojin collect obviate the need for religious fervor in the summoner. Yiltizu is being the most obvious example. She had but to associate the artifact given to her by Assi with the divine, and it served to amplify her desires to give them form. A form nourished through the power of crystals, also provided by her brother, and thus was Tsukiyomi brought into being. Which brings me to the question of preventative measures, to which I have yet to find a satisfactory answer. At present, I know not that will avail us, save to keep watch over the movement of relics and crystals. As if we did not have enough to keep watch over already. Yeah. There is lots. But I doubt you came all this way to hear that which may be pursued in a report. Has something happened to Alphanid? Alphanid has started a game of Peak, winded up like in the middle of it. Wait, there's no mountains there. Never mind. Alphanid had entered a survival game and has to gather items and build shelters, and yeah. I shall join you in the search, of course. Thank you, Stola. I should be glad of your help, truly. Now, if there's nothing else, I should go on ahead and request an audience with Lord Heen. Nalse puts on a brave face, but she has little talent for concealment. We should join her at the Ginkan. I think I just said that word really well. And I was not expecting to say that word very well. Why does the camera keep zooming right into me? Greetings, my friend. Alice has explained all to me. Needless to say, you shall have our full cooperation in the search, even if Alphanid's trail does lead to the burn, of all places. Feel the burn! Alright, anyways. The region known as the Burn occupies a special place in Garlean history. Every child in the Empire is familiar with the tale. In the distant past, it was a verdant land teeming with life, but successive summonings saw it bled dry of ether and reduced to a desert. It was upon beholding the devastation that the primals had wrought that Emperor Solus was spurred to embark upon his crusade against their kind. The burn offers a glimpse into the future we seek to prevent. Know you of any reason why Alphanid might have gone there? Aye, mischance. Though it lies on the route to Garlic Land. It is no place to make a stop. My guess is they encountered some manner of trouble there. In any event, I am of the same mind as Alice. We have no choice but to take our search to the burn. Given the considerable distances involved, it is best we went by bird. Bird! Sorry. Yuri and I have our yoles. Yuguri, will you ready falcons for the others? Shall gather our swiftest birds. Near the House of the Fierce, there is an overlook. Pray join us there once you have seen to your preparations. Bird! Can I fly on a bird one day? A bird that would be okay with our weight, that is. Because humans don't exactly have hollow bones. These devices just go completely unused now. They just sit there. Very peaceful horse music. You know, for a horse so like intimidating looking and that, it's like this is pretty peaceful music. Some of these Final Fantasy 14 tracks are a real vibe. They really are. Oh, I almost missed our stop here. Tush, yeah, of course. Sectoral captain, back. Oh. Apparently I'm supposed to go... Oh, jeez. We're right beside a dungeon again. If everyone here is here and possessed of a bird, let us away. Remember, our destination is a barren wasteland. There is no civilization to speak of for 100 miles in all directions. Take care not to lose your way. Here we go. Can I take my chocobo? Can I take my chocobo as an NPC? No? Okay. Yushola gets to chill with us for this one. Okay. The tank samurai. Yeah, samurai is not normally a tank role. I mean, Archon is also technically not a class, but look, named NPCs don't have to follow the rules. We have to follow follow the rules. I mean, imagine how freaking overpowered the sectoral leader would be in comparison to a lot of the foes found here if there was no rules binding them. Go get him.
Enough!
Summoner gets quite a bit of fun. Summoner gets quite a bit of fun once you start hitting like high levels. Those are AoEs, so you'll want to keep that in mind. Can we lure a bird over here? Istola, Alisate, why are you standing on the hazard? Hey, they finally moved off of it. Imagine if we had Krista randomly do an expansion. We're not going to. I mean, she'd probably be Dancer. Wild Vista. Keep saying, someone keeps saying, ah, but it's not saying no. I love it when it does that. RNG keeps choosing the one that's not I mean, that one's not that bad either. Come on. No. That's what I'm looking for. La 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 la.
I shall make it quick.
Why does Istola's voice sound so different in Stormblood anyways?
Come no closer.
I don't know what it is about Istola's voice. Like, sounds younger? I don't know. That's not what I wanted to do. Forever young, Y'shtola. Get whacked, mole. Alright, anyways. Flip and fall. Whee! No stumble, no nothing, just floats down on feet.
Enough!
We don't want them on the shards, so we just stay away from the shards, and then we do that. Remember when mechanics were actually not heavily cryptic? I was out of that, but kiss my ass.
I shall make it quick.
Out of my way!
We did get out of your way. The Imperial Mine Shaft. Ah, yes. Welcome to the mine. Without the craft. Mine.
You shall fall soon enough.
Self-detonate. You're not doing none of that. Dang, come on, hurry up. Pick up the enemies. I'm loaded with AoEs and just raring to go. The dry bone. Oh, we got ads coming up. Hopefully we're not in the middle of a freaking boss fight when that happens. That is not what I wanted to do. And there they are. There are them ads. Gateman appears to have tagged them all, so let's get going. Yep. We do have ads rolling. Temperature 14.6. Dew point 6.9. Nice. Ba-boom. Ba-boom, 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 ba-boom. Yes. I love it when the ads are in the way. We got stinky ads. Let's just hang around here for a little bit. We just chilling. We got about 45 seconds left before I know for sure everybody is out of the ads, so I'm just going to make sure that everybody is out of the ads. Of those who are not immune to them, at least. Leave it to your stolen to open up with the limit break.
You shall fall soon enough.
And one of them just blows up. that gets rid of the reinforcement pretty darn quickly. Yeah, there we go. I'll go back from it's everybody. If I didn't say that before the fight began. We're most of the way through this dungeon now. Tell you, to play with the NPCs thing is my favorite thing. Especially as a DPS. AoE focused. Go get him. We'll wait for me to walk into the range.
Out of my way!
What? Who are you talking to? He had to taunt afterwards. Okay, go after the one even further back for some reason. I guess he didn't like that one in particular.
Out of my way!
Trying to stay awake so I don't mess up with my work-sleep schedule is a struggle. Oh, yeah, for sure. I was up till 2 yesterday. I woke up at 4:30 in the morning prior to that. So what's that? Like 21 and a half hours awake without sleep? Something like that. I do not dare touch 24 hours without sleep. I didn't even get a full 8 hours of sleep this past night here. My body wanted to be up and wanted to work on like the Firebot stuff that I was working on earlier. I started thinking about that in the morning. So I was like, well, I can't sleep if this is on my mind. I gotta do this. It's like when creativity tugs at you, and it's like, well, I'm gonna have to do this. then the battle system, and then I started overhauling the battle system. Look at that. There you go. There's an example of the battle system overhaul. The NPC spawn in that happens now. Oh! Well, that's a good start. Yeah, the damage is very scaled down. I didn't want ridiculous large numbers or anything like that because it just... it'd be too difficult to... I have to run math functions all the time and all that stuff, multipliers. Whereas if I could just use a small number. Mist Dragon? What are you doing in a desert? What if I go over here?
I shall make it quick.
Alright.
I shall make it quick.
Yashola. Come on. RNG allows you to use a diverse amount of lines, and you decide to do 2 of the same line in a row. She really wants it to be quick.
You shall stay free.
Well, I'm gonna place this right over here. Yeah, there we go. Alice, what are you doing? That was your own. That was your own lingering AoE that you stood in.
I needed that.
Are you supposed to avoid that garbage again? Or is this that mechanic that are called being just really stupid? Because nobody knows how to frickin' heal me, I gotta fucking protect myself, apparently. Yeah, I'm going straight into this combo. Also, fuck you. Get limit breaked. Take your shit mechanics elsewhere. We weren't going to get any higher of a limit break off of that, so...
Between contending with bloodthirsty beasts and sand in my every conceivable place, I'm quite ready to leave this wasteland. But first things first.
Sand?
Do you see the crashed ship over yonder? Judging by its class, it must be the vessel that bore Master Alphino away.
That's what you get, Bad Burb. How much HP does Bad Burb Jr. have?
Meow.
NPC HP 1 out of 5. Did we not already deal? Oh wait, no, one of my attacks missed. Munchies, welcome on in. I hope you're having a fantastic time zone.
Machina. It would seem they were involved in a struggle.
There we go. Bad Burb Jr. got
There may be
KO'd.
clues. We should split up and search the area.
I'll implement an HP bar once I've got the... I think it is working in a mostly stable thing, aside from the reset thing happening all the time.
There's no sign of Alphino, nor of Maxima and his people.
Just having a snack before 6 a.m. bedtime. And as you're on. Well, thank you for swinging on by. 6 a.m., jeez. Yeah, I
These
can't
were
be
no
up that late
ordinary
anymore.
soldiers. Over here!
Just launched Minecraft and also found a pale oak forest loaded in. Oh, jeez.
The insignia on this man's uniform identifies him as one of the Emperor's personal guard. Hand-picked soldiers answering
Cool.
only to the royal family.
I mean, full did, but...
That would explain why all the casualties are Garlean. They were fighting their own.
a pillager man. Oh,
You're
jeez.
saying the Emperor was behind all this? That Alphino is his prisoner?
What kind of hardcore seed is that? We don't know that yet. Let's not jump to conclusions.
Aye, we must not jump to conclusions.
Exactly.
Besides, Alphino is more than capable of looking after himself, is he not?
I'm building on that mountain outside the Pillow Forest. Oh, jeez. What a place. And what neighbors to have.
I suggest we return to Doma to consider our options. Whatever happened here, Master Alphino is long gone, and any subsequent search may safely be left in the hands of the shinobi.
The Shinobi Desert Operations.
Where in the world
Calling
are
out,
you, brother?
calling out the birds.
If you die on me, I will never let you hear the end of it.
Alphina's not gonna die. Sheesh. He's got like... He's got main character invulnerability. Come on. Have some faith in him. Well, that was a decidedly uneventful journey. I almost found myself hoping for a sandstorm. Yeah, that was uneventful. Joking aside, I'd say our birds are due a good brush down and a treat or two, wouldn't you? Can I brush the bird? I had hoped to steal a moment's rest after our little outing, but it would seem duty calls. A foreign emissary arrived in my absence. Do not let us keep you then. Actually, I was wondering if you might join me. I cannot think of a guest who could fail to be impressed by the presence of the Scions. At least, none I should be happy to receive. Of course. If you think it'd be useful. It's bad burb. You know, seriously, RNG, I fixed the problem with the inverse RNG of it being 80% and cut it down to 30% as it should be. Clearly 30% is not enough of a cut. I'm gonna bring it down to 20%. I would like the spawns to, you know, give a little bit more of a, chill? Bit more of a chill time? Also, honestly, instead of these counting as KOs, I should just, like, give out, I don't know, like, points of some sort based on difficulty to make the more difficult ones more worth fighting. And then have a leaderboard based off of that. I will make bird wet. Wet with water. There, wet bird. Thank you. Let me return to my manor then. Let us return to my manor then. Us. Oos. Alright, I'll head there by UFO. Except apparently I can't teleport with UFO and then appears UFO. That's not allowed. UFO! As you can see, that person says the exact same thing every single time, so I don't bother voice acting lines that get repeated. Also, if the FPS is a little low, it's because I clicked out.
Lise, what brings you here?
Oh, Alliance business. We have a request for Doma. Well, Hien. But that can wait. They told me you were out searching for Alphino. Did you manage to pick up his trail?
The tiny trail? Make it chill now.
Well, if he wasn't at the crash site, he might still have escaped. We have to keep searching.
And we will. Alphino embarked on this journey as an emissary of Dorma.
Oh, jeez.
And I hold myself responsible for his safe return. I will have our shinobi in the provinces search for him as a matter of urgency.
Much darkness.
Chin up, Alize. You'll get to admonish your brother for his recklessness yet.
Exactly. Look forward to it.
Well, someone has to do it.
True enough. True enough.
I'm sure he's going to be fine. There is one thing I'm not sure about, though. You said it was the Emperor's personal guard that attacked Alphino's airship. But the Popularis would never have been able to arrange the prisoner exchange without Varus's blessing. So why would he sabotage his own mission?
They may not have been acting on Varus's orders. The guard answer not only to him, but to his family. The Crown Prince included.
Yeah,
When
we know
Yotsu
that's a
summoned
problem.
Tsukuyomi, Asahi was quick to proclaim that a Dorman citizen had violated the terms of our agreement, that the negotiations had failed. And it is this version of events that is now being repeated across Garlemald. To hear the tale, one would think the prisoner exchange never took place. Plainly, someone is manipulating matters from the shadows. Most likely Xenos, or whoever it is that wears his face.
Yeah, that's not Xenos.
Whichever Ascian you mean.
It's not
We all know
bloodthirsty
the
enough.
nature of our adversary.
The servants of chaos are true to their name. Their meddling has cost Doma a chance at peace. Whoever it was that loosed his personal guard, the Emperor cannot be ignorant of these developments. We must proceed on the assumption that our treaty is indeed in tatters.
Oh. Yeah, you know what? It's...
Come, Lys. You have journeyed far. Let me hear your petition.
Why did that even register?
Right. So the big
I didn't-
news is
I
that
didn't think
Alamigo has
the,
agreed to join the Eorzean Alliance.
I didn't think
To make
Firebolt
it
would
official
even
and discuss where we all go
identify
from here,
that as a
the leaders of
command
the
if it's
5
through a
nations are
highlight
planning
message
to hold a
message.
meeting, and
I
we
think
were
there's a
hoping
separate
you might come too.
parameter I have to use to take
We've
highlight
already seen
message.
what we can achieve when we work together, and the Alliance hopes to work even more closely in future. They think it's our best hope of keeping the Garleans in check, and I agree.
As do I. By coordinating our efforts in the east and west, we may be able to discourage them from committing their forces to a single front.
And we may be able to combine it
accept
to make
your invitation.
Weast.
I must, however, ask for time to attend to
Highlight
some
triggers
pressing
all
matters
exclamation
here.
mark commands as far as I can tell. Most bots read as
In
normal
light of
text.
recent events, the risk of Imperial reprisals is greater than ever, and I would not leave Doma unguarded. Ere I depart, I must shore up her defenses.
Well, Attack Thunder Bad Burb should have worked.
Understood. I'll let the Alliance know.
I think something
We'll wait
about
to
the
hear from you
Redeem is
before setting
being
a date.
processed
The meeting's
differently.
to be held at the Royal Palace in Alamigo, incidentally. Do you remember the way?
Unless a space got added.
Well enough. Please assure my
Nope, I don't
host
see a
that will
space when
not
I
keep
highlight
you
it.
waiting any longer than I have to.
Consider it done. And
Oh,
thank
it's
you for
electric,
agreeing
that's
to come.
why.
If we all put our heads together, we're sure to find the best way forward. For everyone.
It's electric. I had to be more precise with my elements because thunder is technically the noise that a certain form of electricity makes. Lightning. There we go. So, I do have to fix that. I do have to fix that bug. Because even 120 is supposed to register as at least one natural 20 and deal double damage, but oh, the enemies with thunderstruck. Oh, I'm sure the electricity will serve to do so. Especially considering Bad Burb is weak to thunder. Electricity. Wow, even I'm calling it thunder. Probably because in Fire Emblem, that's what the attack is called. It's called Thunder. And in Final Fantasy, it's called Thunder as well. See? Well, okay. It's called High Thunder for me, but it upgrades to High Thunder when you have when your level's high enough. But yeah, that's Thunder. Anyway, back to Summoner. You know what? I'll leave it. We've spent enough time trying to fix this. We're going to continue this until until we hit the end of this MSQ. This particular segment. My advisors and I will presently convene to discuss the matter of Doma's defenses. You are welcome to stay, of course. Had you not offered, I would have requested leave to remain. I would have requested leave to remain. Where the Ascians are concerned, not maybe left to chance. As ever, we would benefit from your experience. I thank you for coming, Lise. Even if it was on official business. I'd hoped there might be time to show you the land you helped save. But I will settle for a fleeting visit if needs must. There never does seem to be enough time for anything, does there? But I did get to see a little of the Enclave. You've made excellent progress, I must say. And soon you'll have a chance to see how we're getting on too. Till the meeting then. Sorry, my brain had to process. Look, I know it's regional. I know it's a regional thing, but like getting on. Checking how you're getting on, it can mean something different depending on where you are. No. Anyway. Cody, I was wondering if I might have a word before you go. In private. You didn't hear what I said. I didn't say anything. Go on, my friend. I'll send for Agro and the others in the meantime. Great. I'll wait for you at the docks. Wasn't the last time I had a heart-to-heart was when she showed off her, like, new outfit or something like that? Hey, if you ever want to show off, your new outfit and all that stuff, Krista is all ears for that. She loves the heck out of looking adorable. Yeah, it's you. However, if you have ad immunity, heck yes. Hands where I can see. Well, you don't have a problem with me standing here, do you? Yeah, you can't stand on that. Hitbox denies you. What's going on, Lise? We're gonna have to chill here for a little bit because I forgot to snooze the ads. So, let's take a look at the weather report while we wait. We've got a air temperature of 13.9 degrees, which is a very nice temperature if you ask me, in the sunlight. 57 Fahrenheit, dew point of 7.4, winds are currently calm. It's unfortunate that the weather decided to be really boring. But at the same time, it's a little fortunate because if there was thunderstorms, there would be disruptions to the stream. Because I love the heck out of thunderstorms. Apparently we had, like, potential for some thunderstorms and all that stuff, but honestly, I didn't see anything really fire up. The energy is just sitting there doing nothing. We do have a risk tomorrow. I think our risk is a little higher tomorrow. Oh, and fungal cloud risk. Yes. Yes, that's right. You might see some fun localized rotation in the clouds. I almost never see fungal clouds when they're to be expected. But I do sometimes see the clouds do some really fun little localized spins and all that. Oh, hey, look, it's Bad Burb Jr. So unfortunately, if you attack with advantage, you never... you never seem to get the crit even if you get 2 20s at the same time in both your rolls. So I will have to look into that and see what the hell's going on. But I think we've invested enough time into figuring that out. Oh yeah, there is another problem that I was running into. Just like last year. My list of, my patch notes, or the list of changes, is becoming too large for one message. So I am once again gonna have to split it into 2. Except this is even more concerning because we're only in early June. And I've already filled the full page. But I think last year it was by, like, early August I ran out of space in one message and had to split the 2. So, yeah. That's gonna be a problem. Welcome back from the ads, everybody. I did want to snooze them because they're... Ugh. Well, anyway. We're gonna finish the main story. What the heck does Lise want with us? Cutscene. They're getting better at it. Apparently so. Thanks for coming. Knowing you, you probably guessed what I wanted to talk about. Stuff. Now let's say, she's acting as if everything's alright, but it's clear she's barely coping. Yeah, she's not alright. She's not alright. I'm aware of that. Yeah, let's say I know is overbearing, willful, and reckless, and that's fine. It's how she deals with feeling weak. She has to keep moving, or she's afraid she'll fall apart. Or the alone with thoughts thing. That does sort of suck. Although I've got to say, my brain has entertained me with some rather amusing scenarios sometimes. But then again, I guess I'm not necessarily alone with my thoughts, because some of those thoughts wind up being, I wonder what would happen if I did this in Firebot. And then back to the rabbit hole I go. Oh my goodness. What's the temperature supposed to be tomorrow? I'm entertaining the idea of going out for a walk. 60% chance of showers, which, by the way, we've been told 60% chance of showers for the past few days, and we got... Well, I guess we did get a bout of showers today, but it was boring. There was no lightning or thunder. Risk of a thunderstorm. Oh, imagine if I went out for a nice walk tomorrow and a thunderstorm just decided to show up and all that. I mean, that seems to be the most likely time when they happen, is usually when I'm, like, out. It'll just encourage them to show up. Hey, thunderstorms, I'm chilling out here. Spending my Sunday lamenting about the fact that I'll have to wake up stupidly early. However, I don't have to do that yet. A lot like me. But the thing about people like us is that we need someone to keep an eye on us. I had Papalimo, and now I have my friends in the Resistance. And Alice has you in the Scions. Before you start, I'm not saying you're neglecting her. I'm sure you aren't. And I'm sure you won't. But she's a good friend. And when I see her like this, I can't help worrying. So please, make sure you give her all the support she needs, alright? Okay. So around, Bad Burb Jr.? I mean, it doesn't matter if that 19 was a 20, because it's not going to register as a natural anyways for some reason. But also, I noticed the target equals error thing appearing in there, and attack target should not exist when it's going through the NPC branch. So something's up a little further up. Leave it to me. Leave it to Hero Pot. Sorry. I had to. By the way, yeah, so next season, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, that is one of the things I'm going to be playing through. No, there is no Hiro Panriki. But there is Tora, if you're missing your Nopon dosage. And Tora's pretty good, too. Not as memorable as Riki, but pretty good. Pretty good. Also, MVP in the worst area of the game, but I'll yammer about that when we get there. It'll probably be like late November, like December when we get there. Who knows? I'm looking forward to being back to doing more Paper Mario. That's it. We didn't do a Paper Mario this year, did we? And I already miss it. Wait, this past year we did, right? No, we didn't. Damn, no Paper Mario. This season was missing something. It was missing Paper Mario. That's what it was missing. But it was not missing Xenoblade Chronicles. Like, those are my two favorites. Well, okay, the Paper Mario, the first two Paper Marios really stand out. The third one also pretty decent story-wise. There are a few other aspects, like the fact that it was sort of lacking the whole RPG element. Bravely Default we did earlier this year. So yeah, it would have been last year when I did that. Season 3. Dang. Okay. Is Bad Burb Jr. about to despawn? Probably. Let's see. So next season, Paper Mario will be on a Wednesday slot. Paper Mario 1000 Year Door with crowd control. So feel free to make the game way more difficult for me. I'm not sure if I'm gonna aim for a badges only run or if I'm gonna be aiming for a casual run. Casual in Paper Mario, it's how you'd play the game if you're playing for the first time and you have no idea what you're doing. In terms of leveling. And, like, the typical way, or the expected way to play 1000 Year Door is when you're leveling, you typically go, like, HP, FP, badge point, and you just alternate between them. And personally, I like to start with flower points, and then badge points, and then go with HP, and then cycle again. Doing it this way actually makes the game more difficult. Wow, Bad Burb Jr., you're an asshole. 2 wind damage. It rolls a natural 20 and then freaking leaves. Rude. Bravely Second. We're going to be playing Bravely Second instead of playing low quality footage back when I had a 3DS capture card. We're going to use a totally legitimate 3DS, and yeah, Bravely Second. Wario, Master of Disguise. That is that's essentially a 5-year streamiversary special right there, because that is the very first game that I streamed when I started streaming regularly on Twitch. Season 1, game number 1, Wario Master of Disguise. Back when this microphone was... Oh, wait. Yeah, back when this microphone was on a desk and the audio was crappy quality, and also back when it was 720p, because wireless internet sucks. Everything's wired now. Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I do see I have the occasional Krista stream. Some Tomodachi Life. Also, the 4 Days of Christmas will probably feature Date Everything. So, some people are mentioning, like, when the heck is Chris going to be back to playing Date Everything? It's mostly Date Everything, a little bit of Tomodachi Life fitting in there too. I don't know about you, Krista, but like, the Tomodachi Life thing is really wearing off on me. My pattern recognition is kicking in like big time, and I'm starting to really see the recycled text all the time now, and where they place the variables and all that stuff, and it's like, yeah, this game's really starting to lose its magic. Also, the fact that the game bullshits you every freaking day by decreasing random relationships for no freaking reason. Yeah, just because RNG feels like it. I find the ones that are most likely to be okay are the destined couples, or the ones who are like, well, in real life, these two are actually married. Like, their relationships almost always stay up at the top. Sometimes a little dip and then right back up to the top. And the RNG that triggers fights on islands is so full of itself. Because you could be high up on the friends thing and they'll just be freaking fighting one day. The game doesn't give a shit. I've just started ignoring all the fights. I'm like, I don't care anymore. Plus, if a friendship event rolls that involves one of them, well, you can just kill that status. Market World, some Outbreak. I should probably put a little more Outbreak in there. I'm just sort of anticipating that the next major update will be out by the next season here. And the next major update is a pretty big overhaul. It's an overhaul of the weather system and that. I really hope the performance is not affected in a negative way. Make a PNG tuber already, Cody. I mean, it's easy to put off because I haven't put it on my task list. Oh, yes. And next season we are doing Shadowbringers, and that is a freaking amazing expansion. We're gonna start seeing some really good stuff. But also you get to meet the Pixies. We'll find out more about that when we get into Shadowbringers. Oh my goodness, I didn't even realize I put this on here. Mario and Luigi Dream Team. Not till like late-ish January, I'm not starting that until latest January, but Mario and Luigi Dream Team. I like that game. Contrary to, like, people were overall mixed about it by the sounds of it, but I like Dream Team. I hated some of the stages, some of the platforming. That sucked. But, especially that snowy area. Screw that stupid snowy area. But, Mario and Luigi Dream Team was pretty good. Not to mention, they teased the heck out of you right at the beginning of the tutorial. We'll find out about that next year. Far away, coming soon. But at least a lot of the things I mark as coming soon actually arrive. Unlike a lot of, like, here's this timeline. Oh, we're going to have this out by this. And then it's like, yeah, no. And then you get to the new time they mention, and it's like, yeah, no. Or you're like some of these interesting individuals who are like, oh yeah, this is going to come out in December 2025. It's already December 2025. And then they delay it. It's like, well, yeah, no shit. If you don't have a solid date by the time the month is already here, it's already, I'm already not believing what your current prediction is. The Krista Valentine's Day special. Oh yes, that does happen every year. Bravely Second is projected to have 22 parts. I'm gonna have to recalculate that. I don't know if that's actually... Oh, it's because it's on the 3-hour slots, that's why. 22 parts, that's a little ridiculous. Alright. Let's keep having the heart-to-heart with Lise. We don't want to run into yet more ads or anything like that. I don't want to be streaming right till 1 a.m. here. Thank you, Cody. It goes without saying, but if there's anything I can do for you, you need only ask. I'm too modest to ask too much of you, Lise. Well, I best be off. See you in Alamigo. Pet Dark Hell. You know, I'm actually surprised I haven't added an exclamation mark pet command yet. Considering I've jokingly used it in other communities a few times. I think I saw Krista using it in another community too, even though that command didn't exist. Belly rub. Oh, whoops. I almost made a mistake there. I blame Lise for my mistakes. She distracted me. Let me guess. Lord Heen is expecting me? Yeah, exactly. I knew he'd say that. I knew it! Ah, there you are, my friend. Everyone is assembled, so let us begin. If this is a whole bunch of politics, I'm just gonna, like, nap on my microphone here. Makes custom animation of sleeping on microphone.
If we are to ready ourselves for invasion, we shall need manpower, provisions, and time, all of which are in notably short supply.
When are they not in short supply?
Candid as ever, you giddy. And correct, I concede. Fortunately, I
What?
have an idea.
Are we sure about that?
No single nation can stand against the might.
Are we sure about that?
And it was only
Database, tell me. Max HP
that
10.
Dorma succeeded in winning her freedom. So, I mean to take a leaf out of our Eorzean friends' book and form an alliance of our own.
Why the heck does nothing ever initiate properly?
In addition to those with whom we already share an understanding, I would reach out to Hingashi and Suinosato, and further afield to the myriad peoples of Nangsha and Dalmasca. I am under no illusion. Not all will answer the call. Yet disparate though we may be, we are united in our desire for freedom. If our neighbors could be made to see what is at stake, Asian machinations and all, cooperation need not be so far-fetched a notion.
It may even seem practical. Under the guidance of our former leader, Master Louis Soir, we once strove to unite the fractious city-states of Eorzea. I dare say that experience shall be of use in your endeavor.
Ah.
We should be
No.
glad of your wisdom.
For the record, I would have been in favor of this plan even if it hadn't been my grandfather's, but I have to ask, how will we secure the time to carry it out? Not that anyone has forgotten, but the Garleans have airships. Lots and lots of airships. Should they catch wind of our plan, they could send an armada to overwhelm us before our alliance had even begun to take shape.
Not if we deny them access to the skies. During our time
The
in the
wagons.
Burn, the Warrior of Light and I chanced upon some Allagan ruins.
Oh?
As such ruins go, they were not particularly unusual. But something about the surrounding land struck me as odd. Faint though it was, its ethereal residue was uncannily similar to that of Azizlar. Identical, in fact. For locations so far removed to share a single etheric signature is all but impossible. I conclude, therefore, that the Allagans created the floating continent with land taken from the burn.
While that is a most intriguing theory, I fail to see what relevance it has to Dorma's defense.
Send a giant island at them.
Azizlar was enclosed in a powerful energy barrier, impenetrable even to an Agrius-class battleship. It occurred to me that those ruins may have enjoyed similar protection. I have no proof, but the Warrior of Light did report seeing a structure resembling other known Allagan field generators.
Proceed quickly to generator C.
All right.
Oh.
But even if we could put up such an energy barrier, it surely wouldn't extend beyond the limits of the burn. So what's to stop the Garleans flying around it?
Fuel. The
Metro
Dalmascan capital,
times 3.
Rabanasta, was a key imperial refueling point in the east. By laying waste to it as a lesson to the rest, the Empire greatly hindered its own operations in the region. If an imperial fleet were to advance upon Doma, it would now have little choice but to travel, as the crow flies, over the burn.
I see.
A word of caution. Even assuming the generator still functions, raising a barrier of such a scale will require a prodigious amount of energy. And few places are so bereft of suitable crystals as the burn.
A source of energy.
Of the power.
Tell me, did the Allagans make a habit of launching things into the sky?
Fancy high-tech golf clubs.
Curious question. Besides Azizlar, I know of only one other notable instance. The Red Moon Dalamud, whose fall triggered the calamity.
Goodbye, Hellhound.
Just the 2 occasions, you say?
Attacking and running
Then I
again.
believe I may have a solution to our energy problem.
Sorry, failing to attack.
You do?
I may. To find out for sure, we would need to visit the Azim Steppe. Which would, I now see, present the perfect opportunity to discuss an alliance with the Zayla tribes. How very neat. What say you then? Shall we see whither this road leads?
And that is Shadows in the Empire. Stormblood, Part 4, Shadows in the Empire. Worst yarn. Why did I randomly get yarn? Where did I get a lot of this from? Well, anyway. I'm going to bring us over here. We're in a good spot to... There, hit that. Thanks for hitting the daily goal. Happy about that. Alrighty, everybody. I'm going to take a look at who the heck I could send you off to. I guess it's a little easier for me to send you off to places now because typically I like to be a little varied on who the heck I send you off to. What I can do is I can go mod actions, remove all raids only. And that gives me a good idea of who I've sent you off to recently. And since I only stream once a week, it's very easy for that recent to become not so recent. How long has it been since I've sent you this way? A few months ago. That's pretty long. I'm gonna send you guys over in the direction of Dead Sun, who is doing some texturing right now. That's a pretty fun form of art right there. There's some pretty cool interactions over there, so definitely recommend sticking around for this raid. Congrats on the top 3. You get bonus gold pieces to use in future sound commands. I'd like to thank you for joining, everybody, whether you're here in full in part, whether you're active, whether you're lurker, somewhere with tweets, I'll greatly appreciate it. I love saying that really fast. The first raid message is for subs, but in the event that you do not have a sub, just underneath there, that's a message that anybody can use. Feel free to use one or the other heading on over. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining, chilling. Doesn't matter whether you're active, whether you lurk and all that stuff. It's all very much welcome. Even if Twitch likes to screw around with people's abilities to lurk and all that stuff, I still appreciate the effort myself. I appreciate the support. All right, everybody. Next stream is going to be next week. Next Saturday. There we go. I'll be a little specific. And if I'm not mistaken, it should be Outbreak, but let me just scroll back to the calendar here. It is indeed Outbreak. We'll be back to our weekly Outbreak storm chasing. Post-Stormblood will resume on the 20th, the Saturday after next Saturday, so look forward to that. All right, everybody, take good care of yourselves, be kind to yourselves, and of course, the important one, keep being yourselves. Don't go following the trends and being like, oh yeah, this is me. No, you are you. All right, everybody, we will see you later. Keep being awesome. Bye-bye.